Nuclear missile ready. Nuclear missile ready. Nuclear missile ready.
Hello, how's it going everyone? Welcome to another Alpha Pro Series match. This is Alpha Pro Series number 104, I believe. It's going to be a really fun one. Best of 9 between Papakas and ArT, the Alpha X player. Papakas, the Starcom player. Been in Korea recently. Super sick. We're going to be jumping right into it, no downtime. My name is Grant, in case you are not aware. This should be really fun. Just make sure cast's ready. Make sure everything is good, make sure everything is working. Make sure we have game sound. Holy moly, do we have game sound? That is loud as fuck. Cast is ready, so let's start game 1. My dog is here with me today. And my other dog is just sitting outside. Why is this so loud? I haven't shaved, but I did do my hair, so you know, we're getting somewhere. Hopefully this is all working. Yeah, it looks to be working. If you have a microphone, you can hold down that key to talk to your allies. Do you boys know that? Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that really. Or you could just go on Discord like a normal human. Oh, that's upsetting me. The text box is slightly too far over. Fixing overlays as games load. Okay, let us go into the game. Holy music. That is not the right scene. And this one is. Hello? There we go. Okay, in the top left, he plays for Starcom. He is on his barcode this time. It is the Red Terran from Ukraine. It's Papakas. Okay, so the music's really loud for me, so I'm going to fix that. Why is it on 100%? Set it to this and then just turn it up for you guys. That should be a bit better now. And in the bottom right of this Alpha Pro Series, best of 9, playing for Alpha themselves, he is the Polish Protoss player. That was hard to say. It's ArT. Do some camera work. So, this is a best of 9. There was $50 plus any Matcherino donations that do come in. So guys, if you're feeling generous, check out the Matcherino to the right hand side. You are able to give these guys a little bit extra. We'll go through all of that as the series goes. Should be a fun one. Last one that I did a couple of days ago with Goblin and Australia was a PvP. So at least we have a PvT now, something a bit different, not just a mirror. I expect this to go pretty far. 7-8 maps minimum. Should be good. Does look like both players are starting off very standard. Going to wall off this Reaper cliff here from ArT. And we're just going to have a standard Reaper expand here from Papakas. In case anyone wonders why I call him Papakas, it's because he's everyone's Papa. Okay, I'm going to shut my door so my housemate doesn't hear me chatting shit about StarCraft. Looks like the game music's maybe a little loud. Let's turn that down. It always takes a minute for me to get the settings right when I flip between my stream and streaming on Africa. We'll get it. So ArT has gone for that. He did go Cybernetics Core before expansion, so we'll see an Adept first. Second gas taken here for ArT, but nothing is particularly unusual. We'll see a very quick Adept or Stalker to go across the map, or stay at home and deal with a Reaper. Sometimes you keep it at home, you can deal with a Reaper very quickly. We'll have to see what pops out of that gateway. It's going to be an Adept, there should be a Chrono going into it, and there is. For Papakas, we're seeing his factory go down, we're seeing the reactor on to the barracks. I don't think we're going to see a swap, I think this could be very quick. Starport, maybe Reactor. I don't know. I expect Reactor Hellions as sort of the follow-up or something along those lines, but it's not going to be that. The Reaper has stayed at home here for Papakas, and ArT is moving out with his first Adept. Shading away, and where'd he go? There he is. The Adept does win this fight if the Adept doesn't just move command. Actually, Cass needs to micro his Reaper a little bit better here. The grenade was good, and now the CC is going to be slowed down, and this is the benefit of going for that cybernetic score before Nexus. You are able to slow down. Ooh, and actually getting in here is frustrating. Now we are going to have 2 Marines and a Hellion very soon, which is enough alongside this Reaper to deal with the Adept. The Adept will shade away, sees what's coming, he's just going to leave. We do have an SCV back down on the low ground, but now the Stalker's here as well, and this is really frustrating as a Terran player to deal with. You really just want to finish the bloody CC as quick as you can. Actually, really nice from Cass there. He didn't under-prepare, and actually getting the Adept is really good. This Stalker as well, taking a few slaps too many. If the Reaper, yeah, nice micro there from Papakas. Going to try and chase down this Stalker. He doesn't want to lose the Hellion, though. The Hellion is now just 1 shot, and oh, no, 2 shots. And now a second Stalker shows up, and Cass has maybe overextended a bit. He might try and trade out for the 1 Stalker, but I don't think he's going to get it as long as the Stalker just keeps running. It's like Dory from that movie with the fish, but running instead of swimming. Now we do have a bunker coming up here for Cass at home. Meanwhile, tech-wise, we have the Robo going down on the low ground. This Reaper's gone around the other side of the map and actually picked up a kill. Could get a second. Yeah, now this is really, really nice. This Reaper shouldn't be getting this damage with 3 Stalkers on the field. And a full scout. The Twilight Council's up there. We might not get to see that. But seeing this many Stalkers, even that's a giveaway. And another probe kill here from the Reaper. This is really, really nice. Papakas going to try and U-thermal micro that Reaper away. He does eventually lose it. Behind this, he's going Cloak Banshee, so relatively, I don't want to say it's unstandard, but it's an aggressive opening here from the Ukrainian. Has the music now stopped? Just gone really quiet. Where's the music now just like jibbing out? Continuous music. Yeah, figured it out. I think it's good to have a bit of background music so you guys don't just have to listen to my fucking voice the whole time. Now, Cloak is finishing up in about 8 seconds, as you can see. Blink for the Protoss player, only a few seconds behind. There is nothing in position here right away. An Observer is being chronoed and going to the right location. But there is going to be time for this Banshee to get a few probes, probably 2 or 3. Blink is done, so I'd expect to see Blink as soon as that Observer finishes. I think 2 is a good number. He might go for the 3rd. Yeah, he does. That's really, really nice. Taking no damage on the Banshee as well. He found just that small timing window there that... and didn't overextend, which is cool. I like it. Cass now reinforcing with a second Banshee. He is adding on a Raven in case there is some quick Colossus. We're seeing double Forge here out of ArT, looking to go up into a more macro style. But he hasn't yet thrown down a Robotics Bay. He's getting charged, looking to play that very, very heavy Protoss Gateway sort of style. We'll see a lot of Zealots, maybe a couple of Immortals being added on relatively soon. But no Colossus, no really high-tech units just yet from ArT. We'll have to see what he chooses to go for when this 3rd is established. Now, where is Cass's 3rd? Cass's 3rd is in his main. It's not too far from being done. 2 Cloak Banshees going to come in, see the timing of this 3rd. They took a couple of slaps from one of those Stalkers, but nothing like exceptionally, you know, shit. I'm just going to read Snapchats whilst we wait for this game. Couple more probes going down across the map. It does look like Cass found another angle here with these Cloak Banshees. Actually getting a fair chunk. He is finally going to lose one of the Banshees, but I think they've paid for themselves and then some. You can see Cass is actually up in workers. Which for a Terran at this stage versus Protoss is very, very nice. Now Cass is, you know, you can see he's mining very inefficiently. He's not been able to go and take his 3rd yet. Kind of surprised that he's really not going for that. He's waiting for the orbital to finish, I guess, and then he'll move out the tanks and secure that location. Maybe try and get some pressure of his own, because it is slower than his opponents. But I certainly think Cass is in a good position. Upgrade-wise, both looking pretty good, getting 1-1 for both of them. No, just +1 here for Cass. He didn't get shield yet. No, okay. So is it just single eBay? Yes, okay, so Cass is playing just single eBay, but he is getting combat shields and stim at the same time. So maybe looking to get a timing here. Storm is on the way from our Protoss player. Researching that high-tech ability, as we sort of questioned earlier. What he's going to choose to go for. We do have ArT now moving out with a small clump of Blink Stalkers, going to try and maybe pick off 1 or 2 workers. If you can get the mules, that's really nice. But there are tanks here, and oh my god, these Stalkers taking a couple go down there. They really didn't need to. Let's look at the resources lost tab so far. You can see there, Cuss lost a couple more gas units when he lost those Banshees. But 12 probes, a couple of Stalkers is very, very good in terms of minerals. Cuss already has this Ghost Academy, and this is a really positive thing about him spending that time in Korea and stuff like that. I'm sure his control with them will be very, very good. You can see he's already adding them on. Cuss's reaction's very good. He's now got a Widow Mine drop queued up towards the 4th. There are no workers there though. The base isn't done. But he's going to scout it, he's going to see all the Stalkers, and as long as he burns and runs away, he, okay, will not manage to save it. This Widow Mine, okay, it's not going to get a kill, but it is in an annoying position that has to be dealt with eventually. There we go. Blink away, and ArT kills it. This observer position from ArT is really, really nice. But Cuss is moving out with his army. It is a very hefty army. He does have ghosts involved. Detection will finally be shut down. Actually, he didn't show the ghosts yet, I don't believe. Meanwhile, a Zealot run by here doing a lot. Oh, Storm drops. I'm sorry we missed it. I was taking a drink. So a Storm drop comes in and kills 12 of Cuss's workers. That's a really substantial number. Oh, that's so frustrating for Cuss. He is going to move out though. I'm surprised. I guess an SCV pool wouldn't be that great here against Storm anyway. But the army isn't that big here for ArT. Cuss's is certainly bigger. There are a couple of High Templars loaded up inside one of these warp prisms. So Storm drops very possible. Not just possible, likely. Makes them much harder to EMP. Now we do have, yeah, continuing to load up. Is that now 4 High Templars in there? 4 High Templars in that. Oh, okay, really, really nice. So the first EMP goes down and the High Templar follows. Now you can see there is a ghost in the front. Now here comes the Storm drops, going to try and find the angle. Oh, a huge Storm on top of the bio, but the Widow Mine's actually really weakening up a lot of these Zealots. The Zealots starting to fall, and there's really not that much left here for ArT. Cuss is up about 15 supply. He dodges another Storm beautifully. 1 tank fighting an Immortal alongside an auto turret. Does go in the favour of the Immortal as the auto turret runs out, but Cuss's standing army is still very, very strong. And as you can see, his micro is great. Now, okay, as I say that, he does take the full duration of a Storm and is forced to back off. But nice pressure here from Cuss. I don't know if it was enough. I feel like he maybe needs to do a bit more damage. But I liked it. Good shit. For those of you who have just joined, this is map 1 of a best of 9 between Cuss, the red barcode, playing for Starcom. I believe he still plays for Starcom. I'm really sorry if he doesn't, and I'm giving his sponsors the wrong shoutouts. And Alpha X is ArT, the Polish Protoss player. Really good game 1 so far. Both players playing very smart. You can see now the transition coming here for ArT. He's adding in a couple of disruptors, going up to Colossus himself. 3 disruptors and Colossus. Wow. Really quite low on the ground unit, so I'm kind of surprised by that. I guess Cuss's army is kind of shitty. There are more ghosts being added, but Cuss really needs... Okay, there is the next starport. That's a very important. He needs to get Liberators or Vikings and Battle Cruisers, I don't know. Something to deal with the Colossus when they start really powering out 1 or 2 at a time. This is Spotter Zealot does get picked off, but it gives away a lot of Cuss's army composition, and ArT will know right now if he can get Colossus, he'll be in a great position. There are a decent amount of Marauders, not too many Marines. But still, Colossus very good against this army. Dark Shrine as well coming in here from our Polish Protoss player. Going to start harassing with that. Very, very annoying. Means you have to leave multiple units behind everywhere. Cuss is trying to find an angle. If he can hit an EMP on top of some of these units, it's going to be really nice. The Widow Mines get a decent hit, and then the EMP follows up. Now you can see the first Disruption Nova does come out, and it is going to start chasing down this army. We also have Storm drops chasing as well. Oh, a huge Storm here from ArT. Really softens up so much of Cuss's army. Now Cuss is on the retreat. He needs to keep running. The Blink Stalk is chasing this down, picking off some of those very expensive ghosts. And now the Disruptors join the fray. We see those Disruption Novas come. The army is quicker when it is stimmed. But Cuss cannot afford to mess up right now. The Colossus is also doing so much DPS in the background. Now, there are no counterattacks going particularly. Cuss still has his reinforcements dealing with things like that. I like this missile turret placement as well. As a planetary, that base very, very safe. This one a little bit risky. Oh, really nice. The bunker and the missile turret as well. So the DT harass shouldn't actually manage to do too much. And now you can see what I said Cuss needed to do. 4 Vikings at a time. Really starting to power up those anti-air units. And it feels like Cuss's macro has been so slick this game. I mean, ArT is a really, really sick player. Both of these guys top, you know, very high up there in GM when it comes to Europe. Really keeping up, trading blows with one another. Upgrades slightly in favour of our Protoss player, but not for too much longer. +3. Oh, actually, yeah, it is quite ahead. It's +3 finishes for ArT. Sorry, I missed some of those upgrades as they were happening. 15 workers do just go down to what seems to be another storm drop from the high ground. This Archon is going to come and try and deal with this. I don't know who wins this fight. I feel like the Viking DPS is really, really good, yeah? Yeah. But these storm drops doing a lot. I will get better with observing as we go throughout the series, guys. Observing's really hard in case you've never done it. Oh, huge EMP on top of all of those Protoss units. The Disruption Nova as well, not going to hit the knee, but this one, okay, actually not as bad as it could have been. Cast continuing to chase this army down with EMPs, trying to land on top of everything he can. If he can get a good EMP and a good angle, he can absolutely decimate these Protoss units. Now we can see there is still a pylon off in this location. We'll try and keep an eye out for counter-attacks because we've missed all of them so far. Oh, very, very nice storm there from ArT. Picks off a lot of the ghosts actually very early. Now the army is still very marauder heavy, but these Disruption Novas make it so difficult for the shorter range units to get in position. Now it does look like both are going to stand and fight. Disruption Nova comes out, gets a very good chunk of Cass's army. Cass is falling in supply, plummeting. The Colossus still not been dealt with, and by the time they are dealt with, it's only going to be Vikings left, and they do go down. It does look like ArT is going to steamroll through. He's in a great position now to put pressure on this base before reinforcements can come in. Disruption Nova as well puts a little bit of DPS. The planetary does fall. The reinforcement zealots come in, and GG, ArT takes map 1 in this best of 5. Page down is my key to apparently change soon. Oh, it doesn't work. Cool. We'll do it manually. Hello. Oh my god, I did my hair, but like, I didn't even look when I was doing it. It's fucking awful. Okay, so now it is loser picks. /1. Cast map. Meow, 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 meow. Papa Cass will pick the next map. We'll wait and see what he decides to go for. Before that, guys, I do want to take a minute to talk about one of our sponsors. I know we're only one map in and you guys don't want me selling out just yet, but I'm going to do it. Instead of me gibbering on, that was a good hiccup, and all of that nonsense, what I am going to do is play you a quick commercial. It's 30 seconds long whilst we set up the next map. You know, stick with me and we'll be right back. So that's one of our amazing sponsors there. We are just waiting for Cass to let us know what map. Probably just taking a minute to figure out his strategy. Actually, I think they're looking at the replays. Either that or they've started and just not invited me. Both could be likely. I can just commentate without looking. That could be fine. Anyone home? I hope you like that sponsor advert, guys. 24 Hour Fitness support these events. They help fund them. They're fantastic. Some of the alpha players spending a lot of time in those gyms recently, especially those based in NA, like Starkiller. That guy's a monster because of 24 Hour Fitness. Can't invite me? What? We're just trying to figure out why they can't invite me at the moment. Not really sure why. There we go. I'm just going to join myself. That was interesting. We are now getting into the next game. I am prepared. I'm going to flame myself a little bit. I'm looking at the wrong scene right now. Okay, we are loading up into the next map now. This music is epic. I feel like I'm about to fucking lead the charge into Mordor. Oh, it finished. I just got a message saying, thanks 24-hour fitness. Hey, no problem. 24-hour fitness will help you get all the girls. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it, especially my friends that are messaging me bullshit. For now, let me set the scores before I change the scene. No, it's definitely, that's not right. That's right. Let's change the scenes. In the bottom left, right, whatever location this is, 4:51 on the clock. Here's a red Protoss player. Protoss? Fucking hell, let's start this again. In the bottom right, the red Terran player from Ukraine playing for Starcom. He is Papakas. And in the top left, playing for Alpha X, one of our own, he is the pink Protoss player from Poland. It is ArT. Fucking saying ArT's Polish, and now I'm questioning myself. Do you ever do this? Like, you say something, you're like, no, I'm chatting shit. I am using a snowball, Connor. It's not that great. I need to get a studio mic, really. ArT. We're going to Liquipedia this as the game starts. It looks like the game is starting pretty standard. He is Polish. Okay, we're right. That's good. I like being right. Alright, okay, the music seems to be picking up a little bit. Let's turn that down. Is it reset to 100% again? It's so loud. I don't understand why it's different every game. Okay, so we do have a Nexus before Cybernetics Core this time. ArT managed to get a pretty decent advantage in the early game. In map 1. In map 2, he's decided to play a bit more economical, a bit more macro. He is going to try and block this CC going down. As soon as it goes down, he's then going to come and harass. Just kidding, lol. Not going to do that. Doesn't want to lose his probe to this first Reaper. Behind this, Cybernetics Core is on its way here for our Protoss player. And everything is looking okay. I'm going to try and fix my mic a little bit because I know it's being a bit of a twat. How's everyone doing? If there's anyone in chat, tell me how you're doing. Talk to me. Tell me about your day. I know that voice. It's Grant. It is Grant, yeah. Hi, Rumsley. Alpha X in chat. Enki in chat. There's loads of you. Oh, you're so nice. Thank you, guys. I know Twitch Rivals is going on, but honestly, they have fucking Rocket League casters doing that. So, who wins here? Now, the Reaper does manage to get a probe, which is relatively unusual in these early games. Cass's Reaper control seems really good, but then again, we do have the probe pool and the block here from ArT. Very, very nice to get that Reaper picked up to deny some of that. Later scouting and things like that. Starport going down here from Cass. We're seeing a standard 1-1-1. We're going to see Reactor, a couple of Marines, and did he skip the Hellion this time? Does look like that. After losing the Reaper, I'm kind of concerned that he skipped the Hellion. 2 Marines and a Reaper is enough to sort of trade off against the Adept, but I guess 2 Marines will probably be fine. There is a bunker on the low ground, high up your ramp, and he does. Okay, yeah, so this is fine here with the 3 Marines to deal with the single Adept pressure that ArT is looking to get. We are seeing Blink and a Robo once again here from ArT, so if it's not broken, don't fix it. ArT is going to be going most likely for the quicker Storm again. We'll have to wait and see whether that is the case. He could go into Robo instead. Cass is adding in his Raven, he's adding on his extra racks. He's going to be playing Bio. Nothing exceptionally odd there. The Adept actually getting in here. Yeah, ArT's going to let that finish. He can be able to get probably 2 workers here. Maybe just 1. Nice control here from Cass so far, but if the Adept gets out, this becomes really, really great. So much lost mining time. The Adept is sort of shading around. It will eventually go down, but he did deny a lot of mining time. Now he loses that scout pressure in the front. Cass can now immediately salvage the bunker if he chooses, and start to have the front foot. ArT gave up his map pressure in order to get inside, get a full scout, deny mining time. I think it's still good for ArT. I certainly think he's not going to be upset that he lost that. We do see just the one eBay once again from Cass. That seems to be his style. A lot of Terrans like to go double eBay quite quick. I think Cass is more interested in going single eBay and maybe for the quicker third base. Has he thrown that down yet? Nope. JK, lol. He does have 3 racks and he's starting to power up. And I think we're going to see Cass move across and try and hit a timing. Once again, with Stim and combat shields. We saw him hit the third on the last map on Kairos and really trade out quite well. This time he has another great position to do so if he can get up this ramp relatively unscathed. That in game 1, if that fight had gone a bit better, Cass certainly could have won the game with it. Now we do have a Warp Prism and a Stalker with Blink move out here from ArT. Going to try and get some aggression going. The Observer as well going to provide a decent amount of vision. Now we do have the Raven which can unpower, hit that interference matrix on the Prism, stop it warping in, etc. It's weird watching myself spectate. Oh, there's a gap. These are the things you can't see. That should be better. Yep. Yeah, of course. My dogs are going to come and join us. Sorry, Daddy, I shut it because I was... Oh, I couldn't hear, sorry. So we have a fight now coming in. Blinkstalk's going to try and trade out against this bunker. The bunker is saved by the repairing SCVs. Everything is good there. My dogs will come and join us. If you're lucky, I'll show you them after. Look at that, me fixing the UI as we go. Blink onto the high ground, very nice here, using that Prism, that Observer for detection. This is still a decent bio army. I don't think ArT wants to overcommit. He didn't manage to get Stim. Did Combat Shields finish? And Combat Shields did finish. He didn't manage to get any of his key add-ons, which is when you're playing this Blink. It's really what you want to do. If you can get some of the add-ons, you feel great. So Cass manages to hold pretty well. He is still a decent worker count, sitting up at 49. This is nice though, getting a work, you know, just denying the supply depot finishing, try and supply block your opponent. Cass is nowhere near supply block just yet, but if you can slow him down in any way, that's very, very nice. This bio push is scary. He's going to have +1. He has Stim, he has combat shields, he has a Raven, he has medevacs, soon to be 4 medevacs, lots of marauders as well. And are we seeing... Oh, okay, so the SCVs are pulled. I thought it could have been a pull the boys scenario. This is nice from ArT now, starting to get a couple of kills. How many workers have gone down in this game? Just the 1 and 5 SCVs here for Papa Cass. So decent harassment from ArT. He's shown to be pretty good at harassing in game 1 and game 2 so far, but he needs to make something happen with it. Now, I guess a good thing for ArT is that Cass is nowhere near his third base yet. Only just throwing it down at the 7:30 mark. It's definitely late. Cass is moving out though, and if he can get a position here, this is what he's looking for. Is Storm done? Yes. Oh, this is so difficult though for Cass. Not quite hitting that pre-storm timing after dealing with the harassment. Now he is going to fan out and try and find an angle up this ramp. This is so scary. We're going to see that big Dorito cannon come in. Hits a lot of the Zealots and the Stalkers, but not enough. The Immortal stands strong for now. Storm's come down on top of the army, and Cass's army is bleeding. The Archon as well, providing so much tankiness. But now you can see the forces starting to thin. And I don't know if there's any storms left. I think Cass may have just broken through. ArT is down to 80, 70 supply. Cass is stimming. He's dropping that auto turret as well, just to provide a bit more DPS and a bit more tanking. There is an Immortal, and it is going to have to dance if it wants to win this game. Because Cass is now on top of ArT's third. He's going to be able to take the third down with ease. The Widow Mines have recharged. This Immortal can dance all at once. We see another warp in here of High Templars. They immediately feed back the medevac, which is nice. And as Zealot as well, going to come in and try and deal with this. But now Liberators join the fray, and as soon as they show up, GG. Cass takes the series 1-1. Takes the series 2-1-1. And you can hear my dogs. Cleo, shut up. My dog wants a toy, which is buried under my bed, so I'm going to get it for him. Where is it? Where is it? This one? Want that one? So my dog only likes rubber ducks. There's nothing under there. Oh yeah. Here it is. That's the one you want. That's the one you were barking at, so that's the one you're having. Okay. Acropolis. Go, go. So we are going to pick Acropolis. We're going to create it with a mod. We're going to find WCS. Game Heart. And create. Then we're going to invite these players. We're going to invite ArT. We're going to invite Cass. Oh, has Cass already made it? Oh, yeah, yes. Huh. I'll just join off with these guys instead. Oops, no, wrong thing. Quit. Quit. Join game. So we are going to be getting into map 3 very shortly, people. For now, do you want to see my dogs? I feel like you do. I feel like it's really important. This is Cleopatra. This is my dad's dog. My dad's on holiday in Portugal, so I'm looking after her. Oh, she's a good girl, but she barks a lot. And this is, of course, Ziggy. If you ever watch my stream, you know Ziggy because he's my dog. He's a good boy, aren't you? You a good boy? Ziggy is my co-caster usually, but he's not very good at casting StarCraft. Yes. Okay, go and play with Cleo. So these are the important things when we cast. That we look at my dogs. Acropolis is going to be map 3. That should be fun. Oh my god, I need to shave. How disgusting. We are loading in now to map 3, which is good. I hope you're having a good time, ladies and gentlemen. I hope we're having a bit more fun than Twitch rivals here. We're trying our best. My dog is trying to climb on my desk right now. Zig, get down. You're naughty. Oh, okay, you've stolen it anyway. As you can see, we're loading into Acropolis. It's currently 1-1 in this best of 9. We could be here a long time, but you know what? We're here for a good time, so it doesn't matter how long it takes. I will update the scores. Womp, 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 womp. That was quick. In the bottom right, playing for Starcom, he is the Ukrainian Terran player. It is Papa Cass. And in the top left, playing for Alpha X, the Protoss from Poland. He is in the pink. It's ArT. 1-1 in the series. Cass finding a great way to just break through in map 2 with his Bioforce. He managed to crack the third, even though he took a big storm. Just hit before there were too many storms to dissuade him. Let me see a GLHF out of ArT. And I'm going to drink some cola. Good shit. What's the matter, Cleo? I hope you guys like my dogs. They're good dogs. If you are here in chat, guys, you know, I'm tabbing out. I'll come and say hello. I know this isn't maybe all of your usual streaming sites, but these guys support us a lot. It's not very difficult to create an account, and then you can chat with me. There's not very much of a delay, probably only about 5 or 6 seconds. So I'm happy to chat. I like you. I like all of you. Mostly. Apart from you, Connor, who's messaging me on Facebook. Abuse. Okay, so Cass he tried to hide the fact that his Rax was in his main, but it has been scouted. This is one of those things where you don't lose anything by putting it here, except a very slight wall off. But if it isn't scouted, and your opponent just pops in, sees no Rax, he immediately was like, oh, fuck. We're actually having a CC on the high ground. I'm not really sure what Cass's idea is here. I guess he knows it was going to be delayed by this probe, and he was nowhere near ready to deal with that, so he's just going to build it on the high ground. Again, trick his opponent. Right now, ArT's like, what is happening? He has put down his Nexus. His court is also finished. So we see a Stalker. That's already a difference. He's slightly worried about a 1-base or something funky coming, because he hasn't seen that command center just yet. Again, he pokes in, he goes, where is the command center? Okay, at this point, ArT's like, what's happening here? Something's a bit funky. He's going to move up into the main. Now he sees the command center was actually just built on the high ground, but he's not going to be able to stop it, to delay it. So I actually really like this here from Cass. Cass's Reaper across the other side of the map. Didn't manage to get anything. No kills. Just managed to poke in. This probe will eventually go down, but it gets a very good read. It sees a reactor. It sees a factory, so you can presume it is going to be reactor Hellions coming very, very soon. Or even just like 1 or 2 Hellions, and then a straight swap. Or a tech lab for tank. Yeah. Starport immediately goes down. Yep, so still a 1-1-1 here from Cass. He's not mixing it up too much. Really good match so far, guys. These guys seem really, really similar in strength right now. Well done from the Alpha boys for organising this. Hi, Cleo. Now, ArT is continuing to macro up, adding on his gateways in the front as he likes to do, as well as his robo. Do we have Blink on the way? Yes, we do. So ArT's actually played the same style every game so far. I don't want to call him a one-trick pony, because obviously we don't know. We're only on to the third map of possible 9. It's interesting to see. Are we getting Cloak Banshees? No, we're just going to get the Raven. So, things from Cass have been slightly different. He did go Cloak Raven. Cloak Banshee even in game 1 didn't work out for him. He did some damage, but unfortunately did lose that game. But this game we're going straight for the Raven. We're going to see another timing with Stim and Combat Shield, I think. This will be Combat Shield. This will be Stim. This is my guess. Oh, I got it backwards. Wait. Yeah, that's got to swap. Okay, so work is being made. Nothing exceptional is happening. My dog is laying on my bed. It's looking pretty chilled out. Hi, Ziggy. And I don't know where Cleo is. She's behind me, laying on the floor. I'm going to give you regular dog updates as we cast. Maybe I'll tell you some stories if you're lucky. Blink is shown by the Stalker trying to chase down the Reaper. The Reaper actually will, in the end, get out, which is nice. He saw Blink. He's going to survive. Just kidding. Got him. He died. But Cass does know he's playing against the same thing he's played against every game. Now we see that robotic space starting to warp in. Cass is continuing. Actually, it is different, isn't it? Because there is no Storm. Yeah, so Storm isn't happening this game. It's going to be the quicker Colossus or Disruptor style. So ArT is mixing it up, but not in the early game. His opening was very, very similar. It's just the tech and the choices with that tech that he's differentiating so far, which is cool. I like it. Small supply block here for Papa Cass. He does break it. Did he use a cooldown? I'm watching you, Cass. You better not be using those cooldowns. You're too good for that, my friend. That doesn't look like it. Looks like he just broke it. Would you see that same sort of group of 6, 7 Stalkers? Uno, dos, tres. Yeah, 7 Stalkers moving out across the map. Going to try and harass this bunker. Now, I very much don't foresee these guys getting much done. Behind this, we are seeing Colossus production. An extended thermal lance coming in. No, I like Cass's setup, even against Colossus. He's going to have that one Raven with a lot of energy, as long as he doesn't piss it, throwing down missile turrets to try and kill this anti-armor or anything like that. He'll be in a great spot. We still have the Protoss army, or we'll call it the advanced force, sharking about, trying to find a position to maybe get some damage if they can blink into the main alongside the observer or something like that. Then you can get some of these important add-ons if you stop concussive shells or earlier in the game Stim. You can really snowball that to a great advantage. But Cass is in position here, and if you can catch some of this army, this becomes very, very scary. We do see these 7 Stalkers now going to go and try and find some damage elsewhere. The third of Cass is thrown down, but the Stalkers are already here. Now, what's Cass's decision? He should be able to hold this just with reinforcements, really. Cancel? Okay, that's good. And a recall is coming out. Okay, so ArT knows he's in a little bit of trouble and needs his entire force. Extended thermal lance is still a good chunk from being done. You can see, still got a little bit of a while, so the Colossus is very, very good, but it ain't that good. Now, the Widowmines are going to go up ahead. This is a very, very zealot heavy force. If these Widowmines can find good positions, and so far they're great positions, they can do a lot. Now we do see the charge come in. The first Widowmines getting a couple of very decent hits here. The third is going to start getting harassed. Workers will fall, not too many though. The third I do think could end up going down. These, oh my god, the Widowmines killing all of the zealots. One of these Colossus has been unpowered, and I think the standing army here for ArT is very, very low. I'm very surprised that Cass is... He seems to be a little bit indecisive with fighting, and now he gets on top of a couple of the Colossus. A few of the Stalkers are falling. This angle is very awkward. The base will eventually go down. We see the first Disruptor shot. It does get a decent one. Cass is just going to fall back. He's killed the third. This is great for him. He's up 20 supply. Really nice players here, and sort of the mid-game from Cass. His mid-game positioning and stuff seems strong. I kind of doubted it in that last engagement. He was hidden behind the Nexus. A lot of the army was like over here and out of range, and I thought Cass was fucked, but he did a really good job. Now, Cass is going to continue looking around, see if he can find another position. If the third had been retaken up here in the fourth location, he could have dealt with it. Instead, he just kills the probe. Oh my god, Cass. This takes such big, big balls. Cass scans ahead, sees that there's very little army here, unpower this all. This is sick. Now, Cass's army in the main isn't too big. He does have 2 disruptors, obviously, which will mean this army is going to have to take it easy. Oh, he didn't get the pylon. That's really upsetting. The reinforcements of ArT do finally come in, and Cass decides to call it a day. Behind this, Cass is making Vikings. He's getting some decent upgrades. And I really like his position. He's playing super, super well so far. Cass now moving out towards the middle of the map. The observer coverage from ArT has been pretty good throughout this series. I think he had one up here too. Yep, so he's got decent coverage. I'd like one more maybe like here, just to see the movement between the 3rd and the 4th base and things like that. The hallucinated Phoenix does come in, but eventually, or immediately is shot down. Is my game sound muted? No. Scans do come down on top of this army. Now I need to check my sound levels aren't too bad. It seems okay, maybe a little high. Colossus getting decent trades here, actually. Quite a few of the Terran units are picked off there. Sorry guys, it's hard to read messages and concentrate. Completely forget about game sound because I don't play with game sound. It's one of those things that when it's only when it's when someone points out to me that it's not normal that I remember. So I apologise for that. I will make sure it's on for the rest of the series. Slap on my wrist. I'm always in a bit of trouble. That's how I get through life. Okay, now Storm is on the way here for ArT. Cass is also trying to get up his 4th, turn that into a planetary. Starting to mine pretty well on that one. Cass's army pretty good. Is he adding in ghosts yet? It doesn't look like it. Does he have a Ghost Academy? 9. Okay, so no Ghost Academy just yet from our Terran player. 4th base also coming up from ArT, but I still think Cass is in a good position. Sniping that 3rd early was really, really great. He slowed down the tech and the mining. You can see the standing army here for ArT. Not that good. It must be split. There must be more. Yeah, there is a bit more. Yeah, it's all split up. But Cass's army is together and it is starting to move out. Now, he did lose the Liberators. Does he have any more Liberators? No, it doesn't seem to be that way. This Observer also seeing everything here from the side of the Polish Protoss player. A lot of these units will go down. And Cass is going to maybe try and siege up on this 4th base. If he can get this as well, that would be so good. He does have a good angle to come in and fight here. It's kind of choked up for the Colossus, but this is a very Marauder heavy force. And oh my god, that Disruption Nova was absolutely massive. Half of Cass's army disappears straight away. The lull comes out. He knows that was dumb. Oh, that was brutal. That was one of the worst Disruption Novas I've ever seen. So much of Cass's standing army falls, and I think Cass knows he's probably in a lot of trouble. Really nice micro with the Vikings. Going to try and pick off one of the Colossus early. Another one comes out. Don't stand in that one too, Papa Cass. But right now, Cass is on the ropes. ArT took a 20 supply lead from that Disruption Nova. Oh, that poor guy. That would actually hurt my soul. Cass isn't out of this by any means. He's going to continue scrapping. Cass knows he did throw. ArT's going to give him the sad face. Cass is going to try and be big balls and just load up and drop. Not going to work out here as it is seen by some of these spotter units on... Oh my god, ArT's army is disgustingly large. ArT really getting that sort of late game Protoss army without Stargate now. It's really, really scary. Cass knows he has to deal with this. He's looking maybe for a surround here or a big flank with these units, but it's a hell of an ask at this point to be able to do this. I like Cass's position here, actually. He has almost a 360 surround coming in. Very Zerg-like. Now the Storms... Oh my god, the Storms are so big, though. Yeah, Cass is in so much trouble. He just didn't have enough army. He took a great position in that fight. But ArT is too good. GG. And ArT goes up 2-1 in the best of 9. Very nice play there. Cass, as he said, realises he did maybe throw that one away. Oof, and the graph says that he was very, very ahead in terms of army value at that point. But you know what? It's a best of 9. You can afford to make one mistake. So now we find out what Caster's map choice is going to be. And then we'll join in. For just 1 minute though, guys, I do want to talk about one of our sponsors. I want to talk about, we did 24 Hour Fitness. I want to talk about GameStop. So you guys may like video games. I know I like video games. GameStop is the biggest brick and mortar game shop in the world. Obviously there are other places you can buy it, but nowhere as good, as friendly as GameStop. Not only that, but recently they've started off a special program for us esports fans. If you want some coaching from the best in the world, be it in League, CS, StarCraft, any game at all, GameStop can help you with that. They have absolutely some of the best coaches to help you improve and get better. And that's just for us esports fans. They're really, bringing it to us. So guys, check out GameStop. As I said, absolutely huge store across America and even in some in Europe. We don't have them in the UK, unfortunately. But I wish we did so I could get some kick-ass coaching and beat some players. Yes, this is the MMR police in the background. That is Cass's account. Sun Lily in chat makes all her incredible graphics. Everything you see here is thanks to her. What a good egg. We will be getting into the next map very soon. Just waiting for the players to say they are ready. This is going to be Thunderbird for map 4. Hopefully, map 4? I've already lost track. Oh no, what's the score? This must be map 4. Yeah, I'm going with map 4. Beep. Beep. If I'm wrong, let me know in chat. I think it's map 4. This is what happens when I do sponsor stuff. I just forget what I'm chatting about. Let me sit up as well. Posture's important. Okay, we are getting into the map. In-game. I feel like ArT's up 2-1, and this is map 4. Yeah. In the top left, playing for Starcom Gaming, he is the Red Terran player from Ukraine. Give it up for Cass. And in the bottom right, playing for Alpha X, one of our own. He is in the pink from Poland. It's ArT. Okay, so we'll have to see if these players decide to mix it up. Thunderbird, a very difficult map to cheese on. But we'll see. It is unusual. Obviously there's no 2-rack shenanigans or anything going on. Cass is opening up as standard. See, I like it with your scouting probe, just open up one of the paths. I think it's really, really nice. When you move across the map then, you just, you take out this whole area instead of having to go all the way around here. You don't have to open up both, just open up one. It's good. We do have the cybernetic score going down after the Nexus in this game, so not going to see any of that really early committal to harassment, but I wouldn't anticipate that anyway. On Thunderbird, a more difficult map to do so. First probe comes in and takes a few slaps as it tries to deny this command center, or delay this command center more accurately. But nothing particularly going on there. I'm just pressing random buttons for a while. First adept immediately is going to be Chrono Boost here from ArT. Going to try and get across the map, get some information, mess around with this. I don't think he gets there in time in order to stop this, but it does look like we're having the exact same... Ooh, no, we're having a different build this time. Is this going to be Cyclone? Maybe Cast anticipating something a bit different here. He's been opening Reactor on his Tech Lab every game. This time he is open for... the Tech Lab, and I think we'll see a Cyclone. Maybe. Yes, so it is going to be a Cyclone here out of Cast. Cast mixing it up a little bit. Maybe he is anticipating Stargate or something like that, and he wants to be able to deal with an Oracle very quickly, but it doesn't seem to be that way. It's just going to be Blink straight away. First Adept comes in, sees that the bunker is there, and knows he doesn't have much hope of getting much damage done. I really like this early bunker addition here from... So is this Cyclone into Cloak Banshee? Yeah, okay. And what's the add-on going to be on the racks? Reactor? Or is this just going to be mech? I'm very confused about Cass's build. He has one Cyclone moving across the map, which is nice to, you know, try and catch 1 or 2 units nice and early, and draw units away as the Cloak Banshee hits, but I'm interested to see what the follow-up is. He's going for a quick third command centre, and his macro is going to be very, very good. You can see worker count maybe slightly low earlier as he cut a couple of corners in order to get Cyclones and Banshees and Cloak this early, but it's definitely nothing too bad. Now the Reactor, now the Cyclone, okay, it did stay home. It moved out to the middle of the map and then backed off. Oh, I saw that, Cass. Don't cancel it. Cass started up Magfield Accelerators and then cancelled it, so we'll have to see what the reasoning was for that. Maybe he isn't going to go for it. He is now putting down the Reactor onto his barracks, so maybe going off into Bio from this. He's continuing to make more and more Cyclones though, which is kind of unusual if he's... You know, he's pretty committed. I'm waiting to see what building to go down next. There we go. Magfield Accelerators now starts back up. And we can see more Banshees in production too. This is a very interesting build. Now, Cass's first Banshee managed to get just the 1 kill. He's just killed 1 probe this game, which really... isn't that great. Oh, and he's going to lose a Banshee too. Blink on top of the Banshee does go down. I do think this Observer just saw the next Banshee, so there's a possibility that this gets intercepted with another blink forward. I do think ArT could catch it in this sort of location. Doesn't look like he's going to commit to that. Instead, this is nice. Keeping the vision here from this Adept. With this Adept. Very, very nice. Now, the Cloak is coming into the main, but the Stalker's already in position. And this really doesn't have that much energy. Only 33 left. There's an Observer there as well. Cass does not overcommit. So it is mech from Cass. 2 more factories going down. I think it was pretty obvious when he kept making those Cyclones. But a little different. I actually thought he played Bio probably every game. I haven't seen that much Cass recently. So on his streaming things, I've been watching more Zerg streams to try and learn that race a bit better. And... looking at replays from sort of TY Innovation, stuff like that, for my Terran fix. So I don't know, I didn't expect it. We're seeing double armory as well, so he's going to start upgrading his mech very heavily. Oh, I could do for a beer right now. Do you ever just, like, crave beer? That's the sign of an addict, right? That's probably bad. So Zealot Legs coming in here. I don't have any idea that he's playing against Mac? Yes. The fuck was that noise? I don't know what that was. Cloak Banshee comes back in. Something screamed at me in Korean and I don't have Korean voice packs. Oh, it's because I was looking at ArT's point of view and he plays with a Korean voice. But yeah. I'm on to you, ArT. That spooked me. I didn't expect to be yelled at in Korean. I thought I'd done something wrong. Afrika were mad at me. Which wouldn't surprise me. I'm always in a bit of trouble. Now this is a very difficult position to break here if you're ArT. He does have how many Archons? 3, which isn't bad. Alongside Guardian Shield it can do a decent amount. Goodbye Observer. That already makes this a bit more difficult as his high ground vision is going to be delayed. And the tanks will get 1 extra volley off. I really don't think you can break this position if you're ArT. It's so difficult to walk up into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tanks. I'd like to see one maybe over here. That's slightly on top of another one. Getting a good spread. The Banshee providing a lot of vision here is very, very nice. Just keeping that, finding out where the reinforcements are, making sure there's no flanks coming in. Maybe even get this pylon. Or at least pull the army out of position. It does look like Cass is going to have a go at that. Prism does load up with 4 Zealots. Going to try and drop on top of some of these tanks. I really don't know about this one, ArT. The tanks are getting such good coverage there. Oh, okay, so the feedback does come down on top of the Raven, but it did manage to get the disable on a lot of this. And it does look like actually somehow ArT may be pushing through. SCVs are pulled. The Banshee in the back doing a lot of damage. There are still so many Archons, and Archons just take no damage to tanks. These Vikings will need to land, and they do start picking away at mixed targets though. I just feel like the Archons are standing so strong here. You can see 5 kills, 2 kills. These Zealots getting tons of kills, 8 and something. And I think ArT has broken Cass. I think I also got the scores wrong. Let's fix that quickly. I think ArT will be looking to go up 3-1 in the series. Oh god, it's all falling apart. Now the Banshees are starting to do a lot, and it does look like maybe Cass can push this away eventually. But behind this, ArT has great upgrades. He's in a great spot. Yeah, those Stalkers don't have too far to go. Oh wait, they're blink. So the Stalkers will eventually peace out after trying to trade as cost efficiently as possible. We have another round coming in and picking up another tank and then blinking out. Very nice control there from ArT. The exact amount of time needed. Behind, oh, look, ArT's 4th is on the way. Upgrade wise, ArT is behind. It's +2, very, very close. He's not going to be behind for very long. 4 more High Templars. We're going to see lots of Archons, lots of Immortals, a Dark Shrine. And I think the next push ArT goes for could be deadly, unless Cass can find a great, great position to hold. Now we do have a lot of Hellbats here for Cass. He's going to try and be push back a lot of his army, but there's not too many Zealots involved in the force. Hellbats are pretty good against Stalkers. They're not terrible if they can get on top of them. Now the Zealot number is increasing though, and that makes those Hellbats much more useful. Cass is going to be prepared for the time they hit. What's the tank number currently at? 7? It's not bad. 5 Hellion, 7 Hellbats, 1 Banshee. I don't know. This is a very, very tough hold here from Cass. And even if he does hold economically, he is starting to fall behind, I say, before he falls behind. Right now he's muling out the bases that he has, but it's not going to last too long. Another Observer goes down here for ArT. Cass doing a good job of denying vision where he can. We do have a Zealot drop that's going to go now and drop behind this mineral line most likely. There are a lot of missile turrets here. I really like Cass's defensive perimeter that he has set up. Another Observer. Cass repairing the units that he has. He knows everything's going to be very important. 1 Cloak Banshee going to come in and try and do some damage. But I mean, 30 SCVs have gone down to the 9. Cass is down 14 workers. He'd really want to be up towards 70 himself right now, and with a 4th base very established. I think Cass needs to push out pretty soon. Right now, ArT has an incredible contain, and he's just expanding, getting his upgrades. +3 on the way. Will be done in about 1 minute, probably, with Chrono. It's making it very hard for ArT right now. Making it very hard, sorry, for Cass to defend. Expect to see these Stalkers maybe blink in and try and pick off some of this. Oh no, they can do it from behind. Well, that's not very nice. Missile turret goes down, the tank will slightly reposition. And this is what ArT wants. Now Cass is going to move out. He's going to try and secure this base that he needs oh so badly. The army for ArT here, obviously nowhere near the full strength of his army. The rest of it sort of scattered about the place. Where is the rest of it? Cass's army supply is way up actually, and it's a very strong army. +3 armor on the way as well, which will equal out those +3 weapon upgrades. Cass's 4th base is now getting there. He's mined out there, he's mining out there. This will be almost completely mined out. Cass definitely needs a few more SCVs. 61 isn't bad, but I think he definitely, if he had 9 more, this would be great. Or thereabouts, you know. This 1 tank doing very, very nice work. 2 tanks doing good work. Sorry, I discredited your friend. Defending this, a couple of units will come back. Actually, all of the more mobile units will come back. To push away this Blink Stalker threat. Have we seen any Stargates go down yet? Just 1. I'm surprised we're not seeing a transition into sort of air Protoss. I think this style of Terran army is very scary. Like, if you're Cass right now, you're like, I'm kind of happy about this. I'm on low SCV count. I've got decent upgrades, and look at my fucking army. See, one of those Archons will survive, but it is down to bare health. And now the fight's coming in. These tanks have sieged up on this 4th base, and this is almost unbreakable. ArT is going to look for the wraparound, try and surround so many of his tanks. I really like keeping a few Hellbats in the back, although as I say that, he pulls them back. Now we have that wraparound. A lot of these tanks very, very vulnerable. The 360 fight coming in. Cass is winning down on this front and this front, but he is losing in this angle. So, actually, he's losing in a lot of angles. But now the Liberators are going to start really raining down fire on this army alongside the last remaining Hellbats. I think Cass just about cleans this up, but it's a very even fight when all is said and done. Cass has a few units left, but DT is going to come in and make things very annoying. You hear the swipe, and there's not a lot you can do. Cass finally scans, and oh my god, that DC vanished under the Blue Flame Hellions. A decent fight there from Cass, who is still up in supply. His upgrades will soon be even better. His production facility is very, very good. I still like Cass's position. He reset the Archon count, which is very, very important. Archon's so good against tanks. On the other hand, the tank count also was reset. I don't know. I need an expert. Who's winning? Cass, right? I feel like it's Cass. Any experts in chat want to tell me who's winning? That'd be appreciated. Now, Papa Cass has still got this base established, but right now he does need to start looking for another one. As he's muling this so heavily, it'll mine out like pretty soon. Like 68, 80 remaining there. Lots on that one. 680. Cass going to try and counterattack with one Liberator. That didn't go too well. He flew over a group of Stalkers into the cannon, and then the Stalkers politely finished the job. Lots of Blue Flame Hellions as well, just looking for a location. If they can pick off some unit or even get into a mineral line, they will decimate it. Blue Flame Hellion run-bys, so scary, but difficult on this map. There we go, we see one here. Going to start picking up a couple of kills. Not too many. How many workers have gone down? 34 probes in total. Cass really bringing that back, actually. Yeah, we're not on Game Heart, guys. These pro gamers, they only host on Game Heart about 33% of the time. This Liberator, getting a couple kills now, unfortunately will die for his sins. But Cass's army, it continues. He's making battle cruisers. Wow. Pop out. Pop out, you big battle cruisy slut. There we go. You see the fleet now starting to arrive. We are getting Yamato coming as well. This is going to be very, very interesting. We're getting a real decent late game from our Meching Terran player here against the... Wow, DT Blink. Don't see this every day. My favourite upgrade in the game. Cass continuing to look around for any bases, any pylons, any reinforcement spots. That DT is a little far from home. Actually, there is no detection here just yet. I think Cass saw it by the positioning, the way his army moved. That's really, really nice to see, because before it swiped, he was on that. He was moving into location. Now, Cass needs to hold this position quite importantly. The tanks... Okay. ArT does see that this is a very, very tough angle to push into. There's a lot of tanks. There are battle cruisers, and there's really no answer for battle cruisers. A few Blink Stalkers is not the answer for 2, soon to be 4 battle cruisers. With Yamato with +3 weapons. No, +1 air weapons. Okay. Let's take a look at these guys. Yeah, they're looking pretty good. Cass's mech play looking pretty solid so far. Looking to take it up to 2-2, take us to a map 5. We'll have to wait and see if that is the way it goes. ArT's army still very, very strong. We have Immortal drops, I imagine, lined up. Immortal and 2 High Templar. That's difficult to drop and control, Mr. ArT. But I like it. Some DTs that have Blink. Oh, this is so sick. Goodbye, workers. DT Blink being used to full effect here. Playing the map so beautifully. And Cass, he doesn't really have an answer. I think he needs to try and find a fight. Lock on, 1 Stalker will die. That's not really a fight, my friend. Now we do see the scan comes in, and these DTs will finally be dealt with. But I think Cass needs to add on a few more missile turrets. And we're seeing Tempests coming in now from our Protoss player, but ArT's Tempests have no upgrades. He's getting +1 air weapons and armour now. No, that's +1 ground. Well, it's just Protoss armour. Very interesting. This is a fleet. I'd feel confident going into battle on that side. That's all I'm saying. If you had to put me in either one's position, would I want to be this Stalker or one of these Cyclones? Oh my god, actually. I would probably pick the Cyclone. And these battle cruisers just so difficult to deal with, even with storms. You can see now, The Yamato's come down on top of some of the Archons. The Stalkers will blink in and try and do some damage. There's not too much left on the ground. Actually, a lot of these tanks may be too far forward. If they were here, that would have been a different fight. But I guess good enough wouldn't have taken that fight. Now, ArT is ahead in supply once again. Army supply is very even. Upgrades across the board. Cass is ahead. We have another Blink DT coming to be a nuisance. We should see a scan almost immediately. And this battle cruiser will deal with that. Having the mobility of that battlecruiser blink, very, very nice for dealing with these counters. But you don't want to be using it for that, really. You'd rather use it as a micro tool or as a counter-attacking tool. Now, we do see Tempest going to come and start shooting away, probably at the Liberators. They're an easier target than the battlecruisers, and allow the ground army to do just that bit more. I think Cyclones should be really what Cass starts adding in a lot of now. I'm surprised that he is sticking to Vikings. I guess he's really committed to going full air terrain at this point. Damn, this game's long. I was hoping for a quick 5-0 so I could get to bed. Boom, boom, boom. ArT's starting to split his army up now. He's going to try and move our Terran players, split him up a little bit, break him apart. The battlecruiser fleet, though, is so scary, and it's very close to being all the way upgraded. If not already? No, not quite. You can see the Tempests are going to start firing away at these battlecruisers. The blinking coming in here as a tool to deal with them. Wow, Yamato doesn't one-shot an Archon. Today I learnt. You know what does one-shot, though? Everything else. And look at this, Cass's army, the blink absolutely fantastic as well. That cooldown being used so well to flank this army. All of the Tempests go down. ArT's army supply drops very, very low, below half of his opponent. And I think Cass from this can go. He can move forward. He's taken some losses in this location, but guess what's really good? Wow, blink into recall. And now I think Cass should be looking to be the aggressor. He just took a great fight. He's up double the army supply. He's up 50 supply in general. His economy is still very, very strong. I don't know. I'm Team Cass in this current game. Upgraded Widowmines as well. Those drilling claws prove to be really, really good. They do a lot of damage to Archons and Zealots and Immortals and things like that. And obviously you need to have detection to deal with them, which Cass is very good at denying with the army that he has. I'd like to see a couple of Ravens maybe. Some big anti-armor missiles, some juicy ones, or some disables maybe on a couple of the prisms that come out. I don't think there'll be any prisms. Yeah, you're not getting anything done here, Mr. What? How are you alive? Run, Forrest, run! Oh, it's dead. Cass still continuing to sit back. Is this a goodie game I'm watching? No, the tank count's too low. Only 8 tanks. It'd be 18 tanks if it was a goodie game. Let's have a look at Cass's point of view. Vision, not too great. Vision slightly better, I would say, for ArT, but is that a gateway? Yeah, that's not finished. This battlecruiser fleet is so difficult, and now Cass is going to start setting up the static defense. Really, really nice idea there from Cass. Start really splitting the map, making sure his opponent can't counter-attack with those air units. This base, I would not want to be this base right now. The cannon will fall. The base should fall very, very quickly. You see a lot of those workers going down. The cannons as well falling. And now workers will be falling galore. Lots and lots go down. The base itself may survive as all of these Tempests show up. I don't know. It does look like Cass is going to target it down and then... Okay. Blink away. Instead, the blink away doesn't quite work. The target down part doesn't work. The blink away part was a great success. Didn't lose any. You see, ArT's been very much less cost efficient in this game. 12,000 overall resources lost more. Storm's very, very nice here on top of some of the slightly, oh my god, more flimsy units. Recall coming in. You won't be able to do that for very long, Mr. ArT. Soon the nurse will kick in on the 20th, I believe. And recall's length will be almost doubled. So ArT did recall to this base. Unfortunately, it doesn't really say too much when Cass is storming down on this base. So many workers have gone down in this game. 68 to 57. You can see the Yamato's coming out now, trying to pick off as many of these Tempests as he can. They are really the only threat that the Polish Protoss player has left. Cass is steamrolling through, Tempest after Tempest will fall. So little left here for the Protoss player, and Cass is confident enough to chase all the way over the main, even over shield batteries and things like that. Sure, their shields get recharged, but guess what? This many battle cruisers decimate. Lots of Stalkers are going to be blinked in. I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe a blink from the battle cruiser soon, and clears it on cooldown. How was blink cooldown way longer than recall cooldown? So the battle cruisers get so much done. Meanwhile, this base was destroyed over at the top side, and Cass is now moving up to this last really mining base here from ArT. And once this base goes down, I think that's fair to say it's all she wrote for the Protoss player in this game. So it is still only 2-1. We've still got many games left, potentially 5 more. I hope they all don't go this long. I'd like to get some sleep tonight. Landed Viking's going to start harassing the space. There is a lot here though, so I think Cass probably needs to turn tail. His actual army right now is kind of low. ArT's only behind 10 army supply, and ArT's army is pretty good. Lots of Archons now coming in. Cass making more and more Cyclones, getting some Hellions added in, more Planetaries, plus 3 air weapons. Is about to finish here for the Polish Protoss player, which will be very nice in getting more efficient trades. But here come all the tanks, and that makes this a bit trickier. The battlecruiser count is very low, actually. It's at like 1. Probably very soon to be 0. But the Tempest count also is at 0, and now the tanks are going to start raining fire. This battlecruiser will add support from above, and the Planetary will be doing so much DPS in this situation. You can see that maybe, just maybe, ArT is able to take a good fight. But still, Cass, he won't die to this, and that's what ArT really needs. ArT needs to kill Cass. Both of these players now below 90 supply is a real surprise. Fighting bases literally right next to each other. The map's starting to get very, very low on the old resources. This base is almost impossible to take. It's so open. But one battlecruiser just offers so much here. Going to try and finish off as many of his units, or get them as weak as they can, so ArT cannot commit to a fight. There is one DT here. Is there a missile turret? No. So this one DT can get a couple of swipes. Swipe. How long before Cass notices? Now he notices. Scans, deals with that DT, gets one shot. Going to start a missile turret immediately. Obviously, ArT's going to try and deny that. Guys, if you're watching, tell your friends that we're getting some super nice 26-minute PVT, and this is really high-end too. Between some of the best. Cass has been in Korea a lot. ArT is really on the rise right now. One of the best Polish players. I'd say he's better than Nurture at this point. Although I'd love to see Nurture at his best again. You know. Man, battlecruisers look so sick. Let everyone know, send out a tweet. I know they're watching Twitch Rivals, but that has Rocket League commentators, and this has me. And I have so much passion, as Twitch chat would say. Archon in the front does go down. The Zealot's going to try and get on top of this army, but Blue Flame is very, very deadly. And I think finally Cass has found the winning formula. He's got the army that he needs. He's going to micro back. Another Archon goes down. It's just Zealots and Stalkers at this point against all of these Blue Flame Hellions, the Cyclones, the Battle Cruisers, the Vikings. And finally, Cass is going to move through. He's up 70 supply. He is finishing everything off. The cannon will go down. The second cannon will fall. The base will fall, and GG. 2-2. Whew. That was a long-ass game. Jesus. You can see it's getting dark. The game was that long. Well, yeah, it doesn't really work. Okay. So, we will have another map very, very soon. I'm not sure what it is going to be. We'll figure it out. For now, guys, I do want to take a minute after that very long game to talk about one of our sponsors, and that is going to be 24-Hour Fitness. For over 30 years, 24-Hour Fitness have been dedicated to helping people achieve their fitness goals. They've got over 435 locations. They're 436, in fact. Fully equipped with weights, cardio machines, studio classes, personal trainers, everything you need. They have swimming pools, they have saunas, they have everything. And that's 436 locations, open 24 hours a day. So guys, if you want to get your fitness gains, if you want to look as good as me, or maybe not, then make sure to check out 24-Hour Fitness, and thank you to them for supporting us in the Alpha Pro Series. We really appreciate it. Good job. Cyber is going to be our next map. I guess I will make it. I don't know if actually Faz has made it. Nice. Good boy, Faz. ArT's just having a quick BRB after that game. He probably needs the toilet. It was a long game. I think even I'm getting too old for those long games. Ghetto. Lobby. Both players just having a quick break, guys. We won't be very long. You can see I am in the lobby, but the players are on their way. Let's check out Twitter while we wait. Spin my phone around on the desk. Ooh, made my dogs jump. Sorry. We'll be getting into the next map very soon, guys. That was a 30-minute map, so yeah, they do need a moment to get their breath, stretch their fingers. Ba-da-ba-ba. Players ready? I won't flame the players. I was tempted. Cuss is ready. And ArT is ready. And we are going to be loading in to our next map, Cyber Forest. We haven't got many maps left. So if this is map 5? Oh, I'm so lost. Do you ever just have it where you just completely lose track? Yeah, so this is 5. We're at 2-2. Okay, let me change the scene. Yada, yada, yada. In-game scene. In the bottom right, in the blue, playing for Starcom. He is the Ukrainian Terran player. It's Papa Cass. Everyone's favourite Papa. He looks after everyone at events. He's super, super nice. I was really happy to get to meet him this year. He's like the nicest guy. And in the top left, I've not yet had the honour of meeting this player, but hopefully he qualifies for some tournaments I get to cast later or early next year. He is the Alpha X Protoss player from Poland. Hiccup, it's ArT. Okay, so last game, as we saw, was a long game. I'm not so certain this one will go quite as long. Oh, I don't want all. Yeah, that's close enough to potato. Make sure. Fast typing in the wrong chat. So I get a flame in. We do have a standard. Was it Reaper? I skipped the Reaper. So it is going to be a marine opening. I'm just going to chat with Faz, the admin, and the person who organises these. Can someone 2 racks? Just so we have a quick game. Get bloody tired, boys. What time is it? It's 8:15. It's nearly my bedtime. When does the cast start? Never. Okay, so standard openings from both of these players. Nothing exceptionally interesting happening so far. We are seeing the Adept come and actually stay at home. There we go, now we'll shade out. We have the one Marine sitting at home. No bunker started just yet, but a couple more Marines will join the fray very shortly. Oh jeez, I'm so yawny. My dogs are asleep already. What are you asleep for? This Adept will be chased away when I'll try and shade up. See if it can get into the main. The walls will go up. And nothing will happen. Because that's the way PvT goes. This time a Stalker comes and joins a fray and it's going to try and split the units up a little bit. The Adept will not finish its shade as expected. There are too many Marines here. Skipping the Reaper actually ended up being very, very nice at dealing with this early pressure. Cass doing his research. Now going to get a Widow Mine as well. It is Blink as per the norm here from ArT. ArT definitely has a style. He likes Blink openings, it seems, every game. He did it against Mech, he's done it against Bio. I do think it's very, very strong. I think it's the most strong standard opening. A lot more Protoss, especially the Koreans, are going to Stargate these games and go for Oracle, Phoenix. I think stats giving them a lot of inspiration in that front. Cass also doing something relatively standard is going to go for that Widow Mine drop. We should see these two line free. These three line up. This is a little unusual because kind of you expect two, but these Stalkers are in a really, really good position. If they don't leave, there's a great shot at completely stopping this pressure from happening, and I do think that is going to be the case. Really, really nice here from ArT. Oh god, ArT, don't leave now. We does have the Bio moving out on the map, which could be slightly worrying. We have the one Adept here that's going to give vision. Now, if Cass goes all the way to the edge, oh my god, this is going to be so scary. The Stalkers have just moved away. Blink is not yet done. He's going to want to boost really bloody quickly. Okay, so the boost now does come in. There are two Stalkers here on location, but 3 Widow Mines are going to be able to burrow. They're going to get a very good burrow. Very nice pull here from ArT. Cass is going to try and juggle these Widow Mines. Another one. Oh, I think if he'd have targeted there, he could have got a decent chunk of workers. Very good defense from ArT. Very, 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 very good. He's still up in workers. His tech is very good. He has Blink. He has his Robo down as well and is ready, starting observers. Oh god, guys, I'm so sorry. It's getting dark. Let me turn the light on, get some healthy light in here. Keep my eyes awake. I need coffee, stat. Okay, now we do have the move out here coming from Cass. He's going to try and siege up on this third location, maybe get the cancel. It does look like this is going relatively unhindered, so I do like the position so far from Cass. I do think ArT is probably going to give this up. He is indeed going to give this up. He knows it was maybe a little greedy. He cut a couple of corners. Cancel goes down, and that's nice for Cass. Cass will be happy with that if he let that go unanswered. He certainly would have been in a scary position. This many Stalkers I don't think wins this fight. Is there any upgrades yet? 9. So there's not even any stim. +1 starts. No stim, no combat shields yet. Guessing that's going to be these two. The Zealot legs on the way here from our Protoss player. A few Stalkers going to be chased back. They don't have any stim yet, so actually what's killing some workers here? Oh, a Liberator managing to get a few kills. Actually, we'll pick off a Stalker as well. He doesn't get this last one, I don't think. Well, it's going to be close. Oh, it does. They trade out in the end. That's a decent trade for the Liberator to get a couple of kills and some Stalkers. He'll be happy with that, I think. It's nice to keep it alive, but Cass is currently up in supply with a decent lead here. He doesn't have stim yet, though, and that makes committing to any fights a little difficult, but he has zoned out ArT's army. And now, as long as he keeps his tanks relatively defended, he's going to be able to siege up on the space here, the new third, and I think that's really, really nice for him. We do have one Adept sitting in this location. This base, again, will be cancelled, so Cass certainly making some great moves. I think there has to be a cancel here, ArT. You can't let this finish. Okay, the cancel does come in, just saving as much time as he can. This pylon, and unfortunately I believe this probe will go down. The probe's going to try and make a run for it. I like that. Save the probe. Now, Stalkers are going to try and find a flank here. There's a couple of Marines and 3 tanks ready to rain fire on them now. And now all the Marines have come to rejoin the fray. Stim is very nearly done. No, it's not. It's only halfway done. Okay, so now the charge zealots come in. This is a lot better here for ArT in dealing with this. Lots of units will be traded out there. Very nice target fire from Cass to pick up some of the weaker Stalkers and thing. He loses this force and all of the tanks, but he did very, very well in the trade. Behind this at home, he has Marauders. He has all these upgrades coming through. +1 combat shield stim, not too far away. +1 armor, also very close. Storm is on the way here for ArT. I got really bad hiccups. I've got to hold my breath. Okay, I think that's better. Being a caster and holding your breath is sort of counterintuitive, but we make it work here. Like Grant Enterprises, which is the name I just made up. I actually had to register myself as a business recently. It was surreal. Me sitting here in front of my computer chatting shit, and because I've received income from it, I had to register it so I could pay taxes and stuff. And they're like, "What do you do?" I was like, "Sit in my underwear and talk about video games." Oh. Yeah, I didn't expect that, did you, business lady? Now we do have the fight coming in. Very nice splits here from Cass. Storm is done, okay, but the Storm's actually really not finding that great a mark. That one there, though, much, much better. The army standing here for Cass is still very, very strong, and this Archon hasn't got a chance. It's actually going to be completely surrounded by the time everything happens. The Archon does go down. Another Storm, just as sort of a fadeaway to get rid of this army. Very, very nice. Here from ArT. He really needed that, but right now Cass is up hugely in supply, and he has Ghosts, Concussive Shells on the way. 2-2, not that far from being done. I think Cass is in a great position to go up in this series. But he's just going to go home. Cass very, very passive. Not necessarily a bad thing here from the Ukrainian Terran. I love seeing players like Cass still around. He's been playing this game a really long time. Not Haas. He's the wannabe. Cass. A very conservative playstyle, I'd agree with that. How old is Cass? Cass is 30. Oh, so he's not that old. Cass Matui. Michelangelo. You play human in Warcraft. I play human in Warcraft. Me and Cass are the same person. So 9 workers go down here to another harassment tool of the Terran. Probably a Liberator, I'm guessing. I was looking up Cass's stuff on Wikipedia, so we missed it. But that's what observing's for. Cass's birthday is only 6 days after mine. But 2 years before. So my CMP's come down here on some of this army, and Cass's split is huge. He's going to be able to dance out these storms very well. The ghosts are all at the top side. The immediate EMP means that storm drop did not go off, and now Cass has too much. He's going to stand forward, he's going to stim forward, and GG. Cass goes up to 3-2 in this best of 9. Very, very close so far. I like it. I like it a lot. I am going to look at my replays to make sure that we have had that many games. Folder up, folder up, folder up. Is this today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. So yeah, 3-2 for Cass. Good. So it's now ArT's map choice. Exciting, exciting. We'll have to see what he chooses to go for. What is left? I can't remember. Dub 5, that means there should be 2 left, right? We haven't done Turbo Cruise. And we haven't done Cyber Forest? No, we just did Cyber Forest. Turbo Cruise and New Repugnancy, right? Yeah. Turbo, New Repugnancy is going to be our next map. Okay, so we're going to have New Repugnancy, and then we're going to have Turbo Cruise. Turbo Cruise, if Cass wins this, could possibly be the final map. This has all been played live. This isn't from replays or anything, guys. So if you are watching, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. I appreciate you coming and hanging out with me whilst there is other content on. Like it means a lot. As you guys maybe do or don't know me, I've had a very interesting 6 months of StarCraft 2. So having every viewer here as I continue to try and improve and grow myself, as well as grow with Alpha, who put on the best content in StarCraft 2 every week, at least once a week, usually twice, is incredible. I really appreciate you all sitting with me today, spending your evening, whatever day of the week it is. Day is it? Wednesday? Thursday. Spending your Thursday evenings with me. That's really nice of you. We are just waiting for ArT to join the lobby. I hope you've had a nice Thursday wherever you are in the world. It's very sunny here as the sun starts to go down. It's nice blue skies. My garden looks really good, although I'm going to have to water it tomorrow, which takes like 3 hours because it's a big garden. My dogs are chilled out, laying on the bed. Yeah, I'm talking about you. And you. Good puppies. Good puppies. ArT just needs to restart StarCraft 2. Here's a bug. Hopefully it won't be too long. For now, I could sing to you. Or I could tell you some stories. What you guys feeling? I'm easy. I'm just happy to be here. We're just waiting for ArT to fix his stuff. There were a couple more Alpha Show matches announced, I believe, coming up. I don't know what's been announced, so I'm not going to leak it. But there's some cool ones. Some very cool ones, I'll go as far as to say. I got a sneak peek in Discord earlier of some of the graphics for them. And I'm hoping I get to cast a couple of them. Sing for us? Shit. That's not going to happen. Yeah, I saw 2 that really interested me. One specifically very, very much interests me. I think it'll be absolutely insane. Faz, if you're watching, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know when it is, but Grant. I don't know if it's an Elite Show match, but it's certainly about the time of the month where it could be. Dun, dun, dun. I'm tired. Some of these games have gone long. Bum, bum, bum. There we go. ArT's just come back online, so we should be able to start very soon. After we finish this, I'll take my dogs out for a few minutes. And then I'm going to get in bed and watch some TV, probably. Maybe I'll play some WoW. Who knows? He's just gone back offline. I'm just having a chat with the players, or the player, chatting with Cass, chatting with Faz, our admin. Big shout out to the guys behind this. Alpha Sushi, who shares the same name as me, Mr. Grant. Faz, whose name is Faz as far as I know. Snoopy. Some of the others. Cass just gave me a compliment, so now I'm in a great mood. We're just trying to fix this bug, guys. We shouldn't be too much longer. I could just go to music, but I'm not gonna. You can listen to my keyboard because it sounds so good. Someone sent me a message. Oh. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. We are getting ready now, guys. We won't be too long. Yeah, we are on the wrong map. Okay, we will be going in just one moment. Things are finally coming together. I'm sorry for the downtime. I don't like downtime as much as anyone else. It really annoys me. But unfortunately, sometimes these players have technical difficulties. As long as I'm not default, we're all good. The Korean person in chat. Who is better between ArT and Cass? I mean, Cass has had more success. ArT is younger. ArT is coming up. Cass is sort of falling down. Cass is 30. But Cass has made a lot of money playing this game. He's very good. Both players are ready. We are getting into the next map. Finally. I'm sorry to keep you guys waiting. But I can confirm we are loading in 2 new repugnancy-ish. There we go. As you can see, things are looking good. ArT with his SOS picture. ArT is SOS's biggest fan. There's a little piece of insight for you. His Battle.net ID is SOS's real name. He's a really, really huge fan of SOS. Cass is a big fan of Cass. Cass is just He's a fan of everybody. It's so nice. If you ever get the chance to meet Cass at an event, like, have a conversation with him, because he's amazing. Right. Yeah. In the top right-hand position, playing for Alpha X, he is down 2-3 in this series. The pink Protoss player from Poland is ArT. And in the bottom left, playing for Starcom Gaming, he is the red Terran player, currently up 1 map in this best of 9. It's Cass, Papa Cass, as we call him, because he is like a dad to everyone in the scene. He looks after everyone. He's such a nice guy. He's always so... I don't want to say he's like negative about himself, but he's got zero ego, which is really nice. I really like Cass. We'll have to see what he chooses to go for. We have seen him have success with Bio and Mech in the series so far. Definitely has a varied style. He told us in the lobby before this he didn't actually expect to win a game. So really nice of him to come into this now ahead. Shows that those competitive instincts, that competitive level doesn't really ever go anywhere completely. You see so many players, Tasia, Ex-Liquid Hero, returning, and they're still so good after like years. He's super sick. Now ArT is going to go for that scout nice and early. Gets in, sees that the Rax is at home. There is just the one gas, it is just a standard Reaper. Or a standard barracks opening. I don't want to say it's a Reaper because it could be Marine, but it is going to be that Reaper. And behind this, ArT's going to be happy enough to just throw down his Nexus before his Cybernetic score. Just kidding, Cybernetic score was first. We do have a bit of a fight going down here. Chase him! Cass really just wanted to get that CC down. The Reaper eventually does chase this away anyway, so... but you want to get it down before the Reaper pops. Once this Reaper pops, it can be... You know, you slow down like 10 seconds, which you really don't want. Every second in StarCraft is massive, economically. You ever, like, really looked inside this? There's, like, tons of squares coming in. There's, like, a weird globe thing. It's got, like, rings. Looks like a whirlpool at the bottom. My hiccups are back. What's inside this? Just lots of circles, it looks like. Just looking at all these buildings, getting a good view from them, you know. Oh, the Reaper's here. The Reaper will get out. Don't believe it managed to get any kills. No. What about this? This is just like a black hole when it starts, right? And then it turns into this, yeah. Reaper will come back in. Actually, this time it could get a kill. I think it will. Oh, the Reaper grenade cucking him a little bit there. Knocked the probe away in the end. We do have the Adept coming in, but the bunker is in position. The wall is up. Nothing going to get done. Cass really learned not to get ruined by the early pressure. And since he dealt with the early pressure, he's played very, very well. Ooh. Oh, no, I just jinxed it hard. Now the Adept does get in, we'll definitely get 1 kill, maybe 2. Actually, I think it's almost certainly going to get 2, possibly even 3 at this point. Okay, the second Marine comes to join the fray. It will just be the 2. 1. Oh, gets trapped though. He's coming for more. See ya. Okay, just 1. Nice defense there from Cass. He did lose some mining time, but nothing exceptional. Reaper is also going to come home now. It's seen everything it wants to see. How much vision did Papa Cass get? Absolutely none. Okay. So Cass doesn't know he's playing against Blink, but it has been that every game, the Robo in the front as well. Yeah, even that would probably be enough of a tell at this point for Cass to know. He continues to try and find a decent scout. Stalkers are in position this time, and now the Reaper finally will go down. Very, very nice from ArT. He has denied all scouting. Cass is going for a Raven, as he has been doing so much in this series. Production continuing for both of these players. Marauders coming out quite early here from Cass. See, 2 Marauders at a time is slightly interesting. Double tech lab this early? Oh yeah, it's because he likes to hit this timing with, yeah, of course. I'm done. He's done this so many times. can tell I'm starting to get tired. Single eBay, as Cass likes to do. We'll push out towards the third. In a couple of minutes after the first wave of Protoss hits, we should see the 7 Stalkers coming very, very soon. There's 1. There's 5. Should be 1 more. Somewhere on the map. Where is it? Is he just going to move out with 6 this time? You little troll. Oh no, there he is. Oh no, it's a Berserker. No, okay, so it's going to be 6 this time. It was 7 in the prior ones. So 6 Stalkers moving out here, going to try and harass. Cass usually moves out and attacks the third after that. He denies his own third for a long time in hopes that he can win the game off of a decent timing attack. ArT will move down, see that the third is not yet there, and now he's going to be able to blink up and start harassing this mineral line. Very, very nice map for blink play. I really enjoy this style from the Protoss. Going to be able to kill a good few workers here. Not great target fire there from ArT, slightly sloppy, uncharacteristically so I'd say. He certainly could have got 4 or 5 workers there instead of just the 2. He did deny some mining time though. You know, it's not like it was completely worthless. He didn't lose anything. I think he just could have been slightly more optimal. Now these Stalkers will need to blink away. Okay, they do. And now this is the scary kind of push here from Cass. Does he have tanks yet? No, is he getting tanks? No. Okay, so Cass is going to push out just with all of this bio, 2 Widow Mines, the Raven, 2 Medevacs, and a Dream to succeed. Very nice pressure here from ArT, just trying to buy as much time as he possibly can. This position, there is going to be a battery here, which should make the difference. But Cass can just go. If Cass just goes up this ramp right now, hits the anti-armor missile, which is very, very nice, he can get the Widow Mines in position. This base is a goner, I would say. Now, it does look... Oh, my God, the Widow Mine killing every Zealot before the Zealots can connect. And now it's just Stalkers, and they take a huge hit. The Storm does come down. The second Storm, very, very nice. The Zealots now starting to melt, though. Cass's army still standing very, very strong. High Templar will fall. 4 more Zealots. Not going to be enough here. Very nice stutter step from the Ukrainian Terran player. Going to try and unpower this warp-in position. He kills more and more Zealots. He is going to be able to do so. There is still the warp prison that can allow warping. So many workers going down though. Cass just absolutely tore this base in half. Such incredible play. And GG. Cass goes up to match point. So decisive. That was sick. Really, really well played there by Cass. He is now up 4-2 in the series. And 1 more map and he takes it. For just a moment though, guys, I do want to talk once more about GameStop. I know you're probably fed up with me selling out right now. So GameStop has always given... Now they're bringing it specifically to esports players like me. GameStop's new program features coaching and more from some of the world's most prominent teams and players. You can visit GameStop's website through the Match Arena quest, where you can also support these players at the Alpha Pro Series matches for free. You just sign up, follow a couple of Twitter pages, and you add an extra $1 or so to the prize pool. So yeah, check them out, and you can donate to the prize pool. You can check out GameStop. You can support GameStop. You know, they also do things like controller repairs, retro games, everything you can ask for from a game store. They do it in the US and across Europe. So please check them out. Incredible guys. Incredible support for Alpha and other esports events, but mainly Alpha. That's the most important. Let's face it. So we are going to be on Turbo Cruise. What is possibly hiccup the final map, map 7. It is 4-2 in Cass's favour. ArT now needs to win 3 maps in a row. Give the players a good luck, have fun. I just got a new Twitter follower. Hey, thanks, Mr. Twitter follower. And if you guys are bored and you don't already follow me on Twitter, my name is Grant. You can see my Twitter below me. Grant SC2. It's also my other streaming service ID. If you could throw me a follow, that'd be nice. I recently casted Asus Republic of Gamers with the Muslim, Rotterdam and Litod. I will be casting other major events this year. Casting pretty much is what I'm doing nearly full time right now. I'm trying to break out. I'm trying to do a bit more. So yeah, if you can. Usually I shape up a bit better than this. Usually I'm not quite this tired. I'll have a haircut. I'll shave. But you know what? I couldn't be asked. So yeah, that'd be nice. I'd appreciate you very much. For now though, I think we should just talk about some fucking StarCraft. As I update these scores, and we put cast to that and that to that. In the bottom left of Turbo Cruise, he is the blue Terran player playing for Starcom Gaming, currently on his barcade. It is the Ukrainian Cass. And in the top right, has to win 3 maps in a row to take this show match and the lion's share of the prize pool. Minimum $50 plus all matcherinos. He is Alpha X's very own Polish Protoss player. It's ArT. Okay. So certainly looking to be an interesting matchup, as we have said. ArT has a lot to do to come back and win this one. Good luck, have fun from ArT. Ever the mannered gentleman. It was Rex before gas this time. So we may see a marine opening here. It's a very large map. The rush distance, although it doesn't look that large, these inhibitor zone generators make it very, very difficult to move across very quickly. As you can see, that's one slow probe. Chaos is going to get his Rex. He does not SCV scout. We'll have to wait and see. I think Nexus is better on this map before Cybernetics Core. It does look like ArT may agree with me here. You can still go Cybernetics Core. Your Adepts can still get across the map in a relatively good time, but it's not like exceptionally fast. The rush distance still ends up being pretty average. No, he did go Cybernetics Core first, so he is going to try and possibly get some of that pressure across the map, force that bunker from Cass as Cass expands on this low ground location. Cass taking good trades here. It's actually his micro with his workers. Very, very good. This is really nice, getting it down this early. The Reaper, you know, not even 2/3 done. And those extra few seconds, it doesn't seem like much, but it does add up. Every advantage you want here. Nexus is being warped in here on that low ground as well, obviously, because you can't warp a Nexus on the high ground. You can, it just doesn't do nothing for ArT. And that Adept being Chrono jumped into it. We should see, yeah, the Reaper is coming across the map. You see how slow it is for these inhibitor zone generators. This map at this point, I like to say, oh, it's new. It will be gone in 2 weeks. As we get new maps, which will be nice. Mix it up a little bit. I've already hosted some show matches on those new maps. They look very, very interesting, very fun. Now, Cass getting his factory, getting his second gas, finishing off that Nexus, then getting the bunker as you'd expect. The Reaper here is going to try and dash in and out. It's the exact same build again from ArT. I'd have loved it in this game if he just threw down a Stargate. Cass has never had to prepare for a Stargate. He would be expecting to not have to prepare for a Stargate once again. But I guess ArT very confident in his style, and I can't criticise that. One Marine will chase off that Adept as the Reaper continues to look for an opening to get into the main and get some real scouting information. The Stalker here is going to be able to deny that. The Twilight Council is very far back, and also there is just a chance that Cass just feels like he knows, you know. We're going to have a Widowmine come down as well and try and push this back. The Reaper is going to be chased away. The wall should go up, and it does. This Adept will not complete its path. Ooh, Cass playing with fire here. I like it. Now, it does look like this game we are going to see bio from Cass, and that is completely the case. Cass sticking with what has worked, probably going to try and hit that same timing. This is a good map for it, because the third base, if it's taken here, it's very difficult to set up a flank. You have to move through the inhibitor zones, and if you take the third base in this location, the same is sort of the case. You can harass here, and you'd have to move a long way round. So I like Cass's build on this map if you can get across the map relatively unharassed. Now the Adept is being a real nuisance here, denying a lot of mining time. Very, very nice here for ArT to get that. If you can get the Adept out too, that'd be great, and he does. Some really nice harassment there, even if you don't get kills. Just to get that damage done is good. We are seeing that Raven come out as we have expected. We're seeing 2 more barracks, as every other game has been, with this very aggressive opening from Cass. And can Cass take it? Can he get ahead? This is interesting, actually. Going for something a bit different now. There are spotter units on the way. Cass is going to be going for this drop with the Widowmine and a few Marines. Is there anything in the main? 1 Stalker, but this has been seen by that Adept. No, Cass is going to boost into this mineral line, drop the Widowmine and a big chunk of Marines. The Widowmine is going to juggle, try and find a good position. There are a lot of Stalkers here, and I believe Blink is done. Blink is done. Okay, Widowmine gets a couple of hits there, kills 3 workers. A few more will go down to the Marines. The Marines eventually are picked up. That wasn't that great here for Cass. Resources lost. Resources lost. Resources lost. There it is. You can see CAS has lost considerably more. The 5 probes is obviously nice, slows down the economy, but he gave up a lot for it. And it will weaken that big push that he has been going for so much with stim and combat shields. And a couple of medevacs. And these mines. This is everything CAS has been doing pretty much every game. Mule runs out. CAS's Reaper is long way from home. And is actually maybe even going to make it home. Nah, the Blink Stalkers. Wow, he did get out. That was the one slippery Reaper. I like it. Now the third base is up and fully getting going here from ArT. You can see that this Observer gets a good glimpse of the army, but there was a Raven in position. Raven, please don't drop a turret. Oh my god, he actually did. That energy is so important. Killing the... I guess it's okay to kill the Observer, but... Whew, you'd already been scouted, my friend. There's going to be a lot of Widow Mines with this push. 5, I believe? We do have the Stalkers moving out. This time a good chunk. 10, I believe. Yeah, why not? Can't count that quick. CAS's army is pretty good. How far away is Stim? Stim is 2/3 of the way down. 1-1 is very, or +1 is very done, and Combat Shields is very close to being done. Charge nearly done here for our Protoss player, but he's not going to have Storm anytime soon. He's not going to have really any AoE to deal with this. This Observer's in a great position, but it will go down with the Raven here. Is it? Nope, just ignoring it. Yeah, there we go. Chases it away, that's fine. Now, this is a decent force. But I feel like one anti-armor missile could do so much to this. If he can get it on top of all of the Zealots or the Immortal, he's going to disable sentries. Very interesting. Now there are so few force fields to deal with this. The Widow Mine's yet to go off. Okay, now they get a connection, which is very nice, by the way. These Zealots starting to fall quite rapidly. The sentries now can finally repower. I kind of like the unpower on the sentries, but I'm still not sure. The Raven is still alive. It just has no energy. 20 right now. The Widow Mines start to fall. This is a very, very nice defensible position here from ArT. CAS is still up in army supply by 25, but not all of it is here. As you can see, the reinforcements now start to move in. CAS is going to try and keep as much of the army here for as long as he can. He needs to buy more time for the rest of his reinforcements to get here, and then he can maybe look for a fight. I'm surprised he's not flanking CAS. Okay, and now it looks like CAS has found his time and he's going to go for it. He stims. The force field's really good at slowing this down. There is only one Immortal here. I guess the other one went down. CAS still buying time. Reinforcements are coming in for ArT, and now ArT has taken a supply lead. It is mainly in workers. ArT actually continuing to make 3 probes at a time alongside his robotics bay. Slightly scary. This one probe, very, very nice. Just to check that no units are coming in for that old ArT sandwich. Now, Stim comes in from CAS. I don't know about that blink. I think ArT may have just made a mistake to Liberators join. And now they're going to start raining down fire on all of this army. And CAS is going to chase it down. If he can get the Immortal out of this fight, he will be in such a great position. There's still so much bio standing here for CAS. And the units here starting to fall quite quickly for ArT. The Immortal is very, very strong though. Now it goes down. It does look like CAS may be about to break his opponent. CAS is up 40 supply. He has managed to do it. One bad blink is all it took here from ArT. And CAS is stimming forward. He moves forward. He wants that prize money. He wants that honour of beating and being the champion. GG. And CAS wins the series 5-2. That's a long series. 2.5 hours. That's not too bad for a best of 9. Congratulations to CAS, who does win the series 5-2. All 7 maps were played, which was nice as well. Some great play from CAS, very aggressive. You know, he's renowned for having a very conservative style, but he didn't show it in this game. CAS wins the series 5-2, and we'll take the majority of the prize money. I'll give the guys a GG. Okay, that is all we have today, guys. There will be some more Alpha Pro Series show matches coming up in the next coming days. I can tell you that we have a lot of Koreans lined up, including, I'm going to spoil one of them, I'm going to be that guy, including Aces ROG finalist Solar. He'll be playing, my favourite player in the world. Spoil. I'm not going to tell you his opponent, but it's a very, very fun match. And it should be a great one that hopefully I get to cast. It is quite early in the morning, but we'll wait and see. For now, guys, that is all I have time for. Thank you for checking this out. Please follow everything you see above, and even check out the Patreon if you've got monies to spare and want to support this. You can see AlphaX on Facebook, AlphaX on Twitter, AlphaX on YouTube, and below there's mine, Grant SC2 on Twitter. I don't use Facebook because I'm old. The payers are already being paid out because we don't mess around. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time. Have a lovely night. It is now dark here. I'm going to go play with my dogs, and I will see you soon. Bye.